itself playing an amazing role.
I remember many years ago the late Joseph Papp used to do a Latin
yes.
American theater festival.
course.
That was amazing. They used to
Amazing
bring people
Festival
from all
Latino.
over the world.
Yes, of course.
Is that what this new festival is all about? Bringing Latin American companies and U.S. Latino companies to work together?
Exactly. Susana Tuber, the producer, has been extremely strategic about bringing an equal amount of international companies, combining them with the local companies. And at the end of the day, it's about all of these people from all over the world being in one space, sharing stories on stage for our wonderful New York audience.
Okay, for those people who don't know, are the plays in English or in Spanish?
The plays are ours are bilingual, and some are in English and some are in Spanish, and some of the plays in the festival are in Spanish, but there are subtitles, simultaneous translations on the stage, which actually we helped introduce, because at Pregones, when you come visit Pregones, you see everything is subtitled, so that people do not miss on language those plays that are
so people
not in English.
If you have a play in Spanish and people don't speak Spanish, they'll still understand what's going on.
They will see, just like we will see a movie with subtitles, and if it's in English, we also do the subtitles in Spanish.
And are the plays original, or are they? Are some of the plays original, written by local playwrights, or how does that work?
Most of the plays are original. A lot of them are adaptations of literary works, and others are commissioned to new playwrights.
And what does Pregones do to motivate people to come to the theater?
We'll do,
other than being here?
We do everything in our power to communicate what we're doing, but actually something we're doing in the Bronx that's really exciting is that we introduced the zip tickets. So residents of the zip codes surrounding the Pregones Theater, for example, get special notices. They get 50% discounts. We have college nights. For example, tonight is one of the college nights where colleges from the area go in groups, and we have a conversation after the show. So we have all kinds of thematic approaches to our marketing and our advertising, and hopefully that will, eventually the frequency of that will eventually just seep into people's minds, so that they can come, just pick up the phone and log on pregones.org and visit.
A student, just before we walked into the studio here at Lehman College, a student told me, well, no, I can't come to the studio today because I'm on my way to Pregones. Your company is presenting, as we speak, a play right now called El Apagón.
El Apagón, the
which
blackout.
is
The blackout,
okay,
yes.
so what is that about?
The Blackout is a story, actually it's been in repertory for 15 years. And it's a story about the blackout, the first blackout in New York in 1965. And it is an adaptation, and a musical adaptation of the story. This man is trapped in the subway on the way home because his wife is giving birth. And everything that happens to this man on the journey to meet his son or his daughter, and what he discovers when he realizes that there are no lights in the city, but he can certainly see the stars. And it's a beautiful, beautiful play, and this is why we can't put it down. So we still have performances of El Apagón, and it's a play that will stay here for a while. So
for a while, before there was a Pregones, people should know that Latinos in the Bronx basically had to go to Manhattan to go to the theater.
Yeah, many times. Yes, most of the time. Yes.
Repertorio Español, Puerto Rican Traveling Theater, some of the main ones over there. Now they have their own theater here, producing this incredible stuff that, basically it's right up there with some of the other Hispanic theaters in the country.
Sure.
What you guys are doing. So what is the reaction that you get from people in the Bronx? Do they appreciate having the caliber of
theater? Oh yes, we have been amazed at the support, at the wave of support from Bronx audiences. We have people really saying to us as they come into the doors, finally, I can just stay in the area, or this is just so much easier. But to our surprise, as of this point, still almost 50% of our audience comes from Manhattan. Isn't that amazing? So this is not about competing for audiences, but about joining the Latino theater movement to make sure that we make some noise and people really go anywhere we are and attend theater.
And the people who go through your theater, the actors who go through your theater, you're an actress yourself.
Yes.
I mean, you star in many of your own productions. But do they end up, some of them, in Broadway, on Hollywood? Drop some names on me.
We have the back end for, you can't imagine. For example, we have people that are very famous that want to work with us. We just finished a project with soap opera diva, Lupita Ferrer, and that was amazing. We have Danny Rivera working with us. We have Elise Hernandez, whom you saw here in Betsy, and she has a huge Broadway career, and yet over the past 3 years, she basically has dedicated her life to working with Pregones. Because she had been craving for this experience, having been on Broadway already. Cape Man, Man of La Mancha, I mean, all the West Side Story, she's done it all. So we have Jose Joaquin Garcia, for example, who is a magnificent tenor, great actor, also has been on Broadway, has been all over the country, all over the world, and works with us. And you know, it's
not only about developing new talent that's coming out of the Bronx, but it's also bringing
attracting new talent. Absolutely,
stars now.
Absolutely,
and,
yes.
And they intermingle this exchange between the
it's wonderful. Stars. It's wonderful because you create an environment in a theater, an ensemble environment, an environment in which the young can learn from the old, and the old is really excited about what they're still learning from young people. So we have a range from 18 years to 65 in our casts, in the artists that work with us. But not only the artists, the musicians, the designers.
Rosalba, we're very excited ourselves about
and I'm very grateful.
Here.
Thank you.
We're going to keep this going. I mean, now that we're in the Bronx, now that I'm in the Bronx at Lehman College,
welcome,
and directing this program, I know you do wonderful work.
Thank you.
I really recommend everyone to come out to the Pregones Theater. Thank you for being on.